Hi, welcome to Divinity with Dawn. Today I want to talk about protection. I see so many people talking about you have to protect yourself to work with the spirit world. You have to protect yourself to be a witch, to be a medium, to be a psychic. And I'm here to tell you, you don't need any type of protection. Honestly, um, if you're into crystals and you love crystals, that's great. I myself am surrounded by crystals. If you could see my altar, it's nothing but crystals. I like the vibration of crystals, they make me happy. But as far as them protecting me from anything, they're really not. The only thing that protects me from anything is knowing that there is nothing to fear. Um, the only evil, negative thing you need to worry about is another human being. I have worked with spirit my entire life, and I can honestly tell you that the only evil thing I've ever encountered is another human being. The only negative thing I have ever encountered is something that a human has created either in the energy around me or by planting things into my head. I was never raised to be fearful of spirit. I was not raised to believe in anything demonic, and I've never experienced any of that. A couple years ago, I was meditating and I had an unusual experience, and I wasn't sure on how to interpret it. So I asked somebody that I had trusted, and they right away told me that I had something that was trying to take over my body, that it was very negative and it was evil. And I didn't want to believe it because this is not how I was raised, it's not part of my belief system. But the more that this person planted that into my mind, the more I started to create this negative experience. I started to feel this negative entity in my aura, feel it around me. It actually consumed me for several weeks. They told me that I had to do this special prayer daily to protect myself and to get rid of, because it was hanging out in my room and it was bothering me. And I had so wished that my mom was here so I could talk to her about this. She was the one who raised me with these belief systems, and I had never been fearful. And then I was in meditation one morning, and I heard my mom clear as day. Take back your power, Dawn. Stop believing what other people say. You weren't raised this way. You know that there's nothing evil to fear except for the evil that people are planting into your mind. And it was at that moment that I realized just how powerful our mind is. I'm in my 50s and I lived my whole life without ever fearing anything from the spirit world. And as soon as I allowed somebody else's belief system of negativity and fear into my mind, I started to create this negative entity. So I sat and I reflected on that, and I kind of had a laugh with my spirit guide after, because I was like, how dare you allow me to feel this way and have this experience? But I was also told by spirit that I was allowed to have this experience so I would understand why some people have this belief system, where it stems from, and how to help other people realize that that negativity is something that somebody is putting on us. We're dwelling on it. So we're allowing that negativity to grow, and it's creating something in our mind that, I never ever in my whole life thought that I would believe in anything negative like that. And trust me, I did. She almost had me for a good couple of weeks. I was, really fearful, and I was doing all these salt baths and carrying all these stones and saging and doing all of these prayers, and oh, it's still there, it's still there, it's still there. And there was nothing here. So my point is, keep a positive mindset. Know that there is nothing to fear except for the fear that we create ourselves in our own mind. If you are feeling like you have an attachment, it's probably somebody else's negative energy, because we feel that energy in our aura. There's 7 layers to our aura. And once somebody starts penetrating that with negativity or anger, frustration, and it penetrates down and gets into our physical body, then yes, it's going to feel like an attachment. And that's when salt baths, meditation, positive affirmations, when all of that will come into play and help you to release that negativity. Cleansing your aura, putting yourself in a nice, white bubble, so that nothing can penetrate your bubble. You don't necessarily need crystals for protection, but if you like them and they make you feel protected, by all means carry them. I'm not telling anybody to change their belief systems. I love crystals. My altar is covered in them. My room is surrounded in crystals. I love the vibration they give off, but it's not something I need to protect me from anything negative. The only thing you need to protect yourself is to stay positive, to stay high vibrational, to always come from love, to come from a place of kindness, and not to fall victim to someone who is fear-based and wants to believe in negative entities or demons. Negative energy is a real thing. And when we put negative energy out into the world, it doesn't have anywhere to go except attached to other negative energy. And if you know anything about energy, you know that energy is matter. We are all energy. Once we leave this physical body, our energy is going to live on. This body is not, but our soul is energy. It's going to live on. But back to the negative energy. This negative energy needs a place to go. So it's going to attach to other negative energy that, like attracts like. And then it's going to form a mass of negative energy. And the more that it's fed, the bigger that it will get. Now, when people say, oh, well, I know I have an attachment, or I know somebody has an attachment, the attachment is probably just negative energy. And that can be cleared from somebody's aura just by doing energy work on them, cleaning the aura, by you yourself just imagining white light coming down into your aura and expanding it outward. And if you feel like there's anything on, sweep that energy off, push it down into the ground. But don't let it feed into your mind that it's actually something evil. A lot of times people speak of poltergeists. This is a good example of how a poltergeist would start. If you lived in a household where there's a lot of negative, energy, a lot of negativity amongst people, arguing, fighting, frustration, all of that, that's going to build up into this negative energy, ball of energy. And it needs somewhere to go. So when people say, well, I have an evil spirit in my house, and I know because I felt it, barge into me. Well, if you're surrounding yourself with all of this negative energy and it's building and building and building and building, and then here you are, a person of light, and you walk in and you have a negative thought like, oh, I felt that, because you're going to feel that negativity. As soon as you have that thought of negativity, it's going to be attracted to you. So yes, you're going to feel it when it hits your energy field, because we are all energy, and our energy is expanding out way beyond this physical body. There's 7 layers to our aura. It's called the subtle bodies. There's 7 layers to that. So you're going to feel it hit you. And the more negative that you think or believe or allow, the closer it's going to get to your physical body. This is where people feel like they've been attacked. As far as people who have scratches, that I can't explain that. Maybe they're doing it to themselves in their sleep, whatever, but I can guarantee you that all of this negativity is caused by a human, us humans, and what we put out into the world, into the universe. This is just how I was raised. This is my belief system. If you don't want to believe this, that's fine with me. If you want to stay in a fear-based practice, that is your free will to do so. But I just am so tired of hearing people talk about you need protection, you have attachments, that there's demons, there's portals. None of this is true. The only thing you need to protect yourself against is an evil human being. My mom always told me the only evil that exists is here on earth. Humans are evil. We have free will. We have the choice to be good, or we have a choice to not be good. That is up to us. And what you put out, it comes back. And that's all I have to say about that. So hopefully I have eased any fear that people might have working with the spirit world, any fear that you might have in negative spirits, negative entities, whatever. And just know that we are all godlike. We are all a product of God, source, whatever it is that you believe in. And nothing can affect us unless we allow it to affect us. So stay in your power and know that you are an all-powerful being. And if you say nothing can penetrate you and nothing can hurt you, then nothing can. And I'm going to leave it there. And I send you nothing but love and blessings on your journey.